Pour yourself a pint, cozy up, and get ready for another episode of Beer, Bros, and BS.
This is Jay Muse. This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler. This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives. Snooch to the nooch!
Welcome to episode 97 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
I'm Tony, the craft beer gooner.
JJ, the metal chef.
This is Alex, the king of Alapado.
Jose.
So thanks for being here, guys.
You forgot to mention that this is your home for craft beer, pop culture, and other BS.
Beer, Bros, and BS.
Beer Bros and BS with a pint. Cozy
Pour
up.
yourself a pint.
Only 2 more to go into 100, fellas.
Snooch to the nooch.
Yeah, 2 more after this. See what I did there?
Well, 2 more and then 100.
Yes.
So before we get started,
It's like Lethal Weapon, like 1, 2, and then on 3, or 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, and then go.
Or
Okay.
like Naked Gun, 2 3/4.
so before we get started, we're going to have, Jose read off the beers like we normally would. It's been a while.
All right.
Good luck, Jose.
Amber Waves by Amber Ales.
What?
That wasn't close at all.
Amber Waves by Wakefield.
Ah,
Keep cold, drink now.
those are the slogans.
hashtag keep cold, drink now.
Aventinus
By who?
by Schneider Weisse. 110th anniversary. Oyster City. Bear Ale Stout. Samoa This
Samoa tits.
Samoa tits.
That's the
from
best.
Southern Tier.
The best
their
beer
Black
name we've
Warrior
had.
series. And Proof. Evil Kiss.
I could go for Samoa tits.
What kind of evil kiss, Jose?
Blue Raspberry.
Ooh, okay.
So why don't we pour out the first beer?
Oh yeah, we should open it.
Here's a live opening of...
Oh. This is one of these like funky crowlers with a screw top.
Very fancy.
Are those reusable?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
Oh.
Yeah, so these crowlers are now available at J. Wakefield Brewing.
This is 100% correct.
You're home for Jay Wakefield. You're home for Beer Bros and BS.
Thank you for that. I get the very last bit.
So tell us about this one, Alex.
Yeah, can't believe it hasn't been on the show. It's almost as if we're a bunch of hype beasts that can't appreciate a good flagship from a local brewery.
One ring for truth.
Don't break the glass.
It's a beautiful American amber ale in a sea of malt-forward reds. Amber ale is balanced by a fruity floral hop character that complements the toffee and caramel notes of the malt bill.
Sounds like you've practiced this speech as well.
So I guess the floral comes from the hops, really.
That is correct. If you work at a bar or restaurant, please disregard what I just said and wait for me to tell it to you in person.
You're nothing if not consistent.
We're going to have all...
Trust me, it's much more effective when it's live.
Everybody's going to listen to this episode.
Yep.
All person. All of one.
Yeah. But, thank you, one listener, as always. A note on this beer. Every time I take a new craft beer newbie of sorts, or someone that's not really into craft beer.
Would you call him a Samoa booby newbie?
Yes, exactly that.
I wouldn't call anything that. What the fuck did I just say?
Yeah.
I think this joke
This
has
is why I
already
get a lot of first dates.
I think this joke has already gone tits up.
But yeah, I highly recommend this beer to them, and it seems to be a hit. This to me is a good gateway into the craft beer world. It seems to be a nice balance between what they're used to, something that's comfortable, easy drinking, but yet complex enough that where they can get into, more variety of other styles.
Yeah, like I do get the toffee character that you mentioned, but it also has like almost the crispness of a pilsner, and a little bit of like hop bite at the end, even.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely a hop bite at the end. Not quite like hops for teacher. It's toned down a little bit, but certainly more so than an El Jefe. It's it's a beautifully crisp beer, and that's actually something that I think that most people can appreciate from all J. Wakefield beers is that they have a very clean finish, relatively speaking. Of course, these are ales, so you may not typically describe them as clean finishing, crisp beers. But they're definitely it's a clean finish in its own right, for sure.
Right on.
So let me ask you guys, would you rather give a dog a loving home every time you snap your finger, or get $100 every time you sneeze?
$100.
I'll take the money. Sorry, puppies.
Yeah, I'll take the money too.
If I sneeze enough, I'll be able to give them homes.
If they were cats, I would consider it. But
Okay, Jose, let me ask you then. Would you rather give a cat a loving home every time you snap your finger, or get $1,000 every time you sneeze?
snap my fingers to the air.
Yeah.
I'll snap my fingers. Snap my fingers.
Very good, Jose.
Would you do it all by yourself, Jose?
Yes. The loving
Then let me
see you do it.
The loving home would be my house. Can you imagine I just start snapping my fingers, and cats just start pouring in?
I mean, it's already started, so
It's raining pussy.
Would you rather?
this is not what being a pussy magnet is all about.
Would you rather be able to jump as high as you want, or be able to fall from any height with no injuries?
I've always wanted to jump as high as I want. Oh, I can't jump too high now, can I?
You could dunk.
Exactly. Dunking has been a dream of mine that has evaded me.
Now here's the thing:
It has eluded me.
if I jump as high as I want,
Yeah, you might get hurt on the way down.
on the way down, am I going to
Don't
die
jump
if I
too
jump
high,
too high?
Tony. Don't jump too high.
Have you heard of Icarus?
I have heard of Icarus. Yeah.
Same story. He went too high.
Yeah,
Crash and burn.
But he had wings.
So you could jump as high as you want, as long as it's not high enough where the fall would kill you.
Or you can fall out of,
Or it could kill you.
No, you could jump as high as you want, but you just don't want to land necessarily where you jumped from.
or you could literally just jump
right?
off
Like,
a
you
plane
could
without a
jump
parachute
to the
and
top
break
of
the
Empire
record for
State
that.
Building. Is all I'm saying.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Or from a weather balloon.
Yes.
Just
you
you
just
could be a little green man in Roswell, New Mexico. Just fell off a weather balloon.
So
Yes.
I would take the second one, where
Yeah,
The
take
fall?
second
You
one.
do the fall?
It didn't say it's not going to hurt. It's just you're not going to die.
Oh,
No, it's not. You're not going to hurt. I'm going to throw that in there.
yeah. So
Okay.
that way, I could skydive without a parachute. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you can.
You would be the most badass person and land on the ground like fucking Thor. Like,
I made this crater.
Okay. So going with that, would you rather know everything that has ever happened until now, or know everything that will ever happen from now on?
The past is the past.
So you'll know. Was there really a little green man in Roswell? You'll know without a doubt. Who killed Kennedy? You'll know. Or you'll know what's going to happen.
Are you saying that the
You'll even
official
know-
story might not be the truth?
That's what some believe.
Yeah,
But
I'll know
wait,
the
there's
future.
a caveat. No, there's a caveat with the future. You'll know when you die exactly.
You know, that's kind of like
And when everybody you've ever loved or cared about.
it's like what Rafiki tells Simba. Who cares? He's in the past.
I'll take the future because at least then I can get all the lotto numbers ahead of time, and then we would all have nice lives, and I wouldn't tell you when you're gonna die.
Thanks, buddy.
Wow.
You guys too.
I already know when I'm going to die.
Yeah. What is
As
it?
featured on a previous episode.
2036 or something? When is it?
If you were planning a heist, would you rather rob Caesar's Palace or rob the Louvre Museum?
Ooh, fencing all that artwork would be difficult, but it seems like it could be more lucrative. Or maybe the aim of robbing the Louvre wouldn't be money at all. Maybe I just want to keep all this
I'd
pretty
rather
art.
rob the Louvre because at least I won't have mobsters coming after me.
No, I would rob the casino because I don't want to remove the art from people's ability to
Yeah,
enjoy
but you
it.
have the mob coming after you. Then, like, that's no
What,
fun.
you
mob's
think
not
anyone's
in
going to come
the-
after you if you rob the fucking Louvre?
Well,
the French intelligentsia
yeah.
with their
Interpol.
sarcasm and little coffee.
You're gonna Inspector Clouseau on your ass. Is that what you want?
You can have a crepe.
And then I can
Very thin pancakes.
then I can sell it for all the euros I want.
Well, I mean, so neither one are we successfully robbing this, or is the success of it dependent on
You are just planning a heist. Which would you rather rob?
Oh, so you're playing.
If I got a Planet Man, I feel like Caesar's Palace would be easier, because with the Louvre, a lot of times the art that's on display is not necessarily the real art. Like, you'd have to be able to decipher which is the real one, or you're just stealing, a duplicate, a fake, and then it's all for nothing. But I don't really think that casinos be hanging on to counterfeit money like that.
Yeah.
So
And plus, you won't have to barely do any work. Just watch Ocean's 11. Hello.
right,
You already got the game plan. You're set.
nice. I couldn't make it through that movie, so
Yeah,
I'm fucked.
there's only 5 of us, so we got some recruiting to do.
Yeah, if there was another
This
beer
game
bro
be
here.
5.
If there was another beer bro here.
Might make all the difference.
Yeah, I know.
Especially with his electrical skills. And
Computer technicals. Would you rather get both of your ankles smashed with a sledgehammer
oh my god!
or have someone cut off your foot with an axe? You get to choose the foot.
Smash my ankles with a sledgehammer, or one foot chopped off with an axe.
I'd take the sledgehammer to the ankles.
Oh,
You could probably heal a little bit better than having your foot removed.
I'll have the foot
Yeah,
removed
did you see,
because I'm not feeling in my feet, so I won't feel it.
Fucking Misery when she like smashes the guy's ankle.
Could you have the foot reattached? Is it possible?
It's going to be a drunk Jose chopping.
Doing the reattaching or doing the chopping?
The chopping.
I was going to say duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything.
A drunk Jose doing the chopping? Man, that
He's
might
strong.
not even be my foot. It might be my whole leg.
Oh, it could be your third leg. Oh,
Yeah, I think
Just be my waist. He
would take-
shot me in fucking half.
I got his legs, I guess.
sorry, Alex.
Why is this leg full of organs?
Would you rather have a 1-hour conversation with you from 5 years ago or you 5 years in the future?
5 years in the future.
Again, in the future, right?
Yeah, in the future.
You could tell me things to bet on.
Yeah, but you do realize that the person 5 years in the future had to talk to you 5 years in the past.
Whoa! Mind blown.
Thank
So
you.
one of them had to choose the other one.
No, they don't have to, because they could just be compelled.
Yeah, but if I'm talking to myself in the future, that means the future me had to talk to myself in the past.
Time
But
is
it
a
doesn't
flat
mean that it had any
circle.
choice in the matter. It doesn't mean the future you had a choice in the matter.
You've entered the Twilight Zone.
Would you,
Scott!
That was fun.
Remind me
That
to
was a
talk
fun
to
one.
myself in the past in 5 years.
would you rather have the ability to duplicate anything you come in contact with or the ability to cure any disease by touch?
Oh, what was the first option?
You can recreate anything you want.
Recreate. So like a dramatization?
Sure.
I could recreate the performance.
You know, an
You
art
could
piece. So fucking,
Or a beer.
like
don't
like
say.
you can just like replicate things out of thin air if you've touched them.
No, you know how to make it
Oh, I see.
flawlessly.
that's pretty awesome.
But you need all the materials and stuff.
Or cure disease with touch.
Or you'd be like a southern preacher
But that actually does cure things.
with a coat. Just
Can you
with-
touch yourself?
There's no cure for what I got.
you can cure anything.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll be the curing guy.
Yeah, I'll be the medicine man.
Yeah, I feel curing is pretty
Wait,
good.
is there a word for that? A curing guy, like healer or something? I'll be the
medicine
healer.
man.
Yes,
The mage.
the cleric.
Would you rather get to spend one day with a loved one that has passed, or get to explore a day in the year 3018?
Am I guaranteed to survive that day if I go there?
You can explore for the day.
And what happens at the end of the day?
You come back to where you are.
Dead or alive?
However you end the day.
I would do it. I would take the chance.
Or one day with a loved one who's passed on?
Yes. You get one more day.
Nah, I feel like I'm in a good place with all of them. So I'll do the 3018 option.
Yeah, that made me sad for a second.
Yeah, I think that they would be a little bit disappointed that I didn't go out and go into the future. They're like, why the fuck are you talking to me again, dude?
You could have been in 3018.
Yeah.
You fucking dumbass.
Here's the thing, though. Like, maybe you go there and the oxygen level in the atmosphere is totally different, and you like choke on the air, or
It's possible.
or it's too hot.
But could
to-
somebody
to
from the
survive
year
or something.
1018 survive now?
Depends who you ask.
Yeah, it's like Planet Godzilla on Netflix. The world evolved.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just worried I'm going to jump into like some situation where I'll die. And
He's worried about those.
You go into
probes.
3018 and you fall in a volcano immediately.
yeah, maybe the planet's already a wasteland. You know, and
Or they sodomize you to death.
it could be that.
Would you rather have a new car from 2029 or a new phone from 2024?
New car.
Car seems more valuable, but I wonder what the phone could do. What if it's one and the same?
It's a transform.
Yeah, like it. I'm sure the cars by then are self-driving. That's what I fucking want.
That's pretty cool.
And probably flying.
Probably not. but-
Self-flying.
You think they're going to be flying, Jose?
One day, yeah.
They were supposed to be flying now.
Exactly.
Or like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, like in the 80s, we were like, we watched Back to the Future, and the
Yeah,
cars
Back to-
flew in like 2015.
We must have missed
We
it.
already technically had hoverboards. Technically. With
mean-
wheels.
Those are not hoverboards.
Let's not start that again.
Would you rather have the power of teleportation or the power to control the temperature outside wherever you are?
Teleportation.
Teleport.
Did you pick this just for me, Dave? I like to think that you did
Tony.
on account of my previous burnt bacon.
So teleportation or controlling the temperature? Only the temperature, or like the weather?
Temperature.
So if it's snowing,
But fuck,
you
that
can
would
make
be-
it so that the snow melts, but it's still snowing.
But Riz,
Well,
can
it
you
would
ima-
then stop. Depends on how
Then it
hot
would
you
just
That'll be
become
so
rain,
advantageous
right?
for our brewing. I could keep the temperature right at 67 degrees Fahrenheit constantly.
Come on, Tom.
I would still teleport.
Can I control the temperature anywhere in the world, or I have to be present?
You have to be there.
Only like
At how far? What's the
what's the radius? Yeah.
25 miles.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I think I would do that.
It'd be a cool 65 degrees.
No,
wherever
I think Tony would let it burn.
No.
No,
He would sleep with the windows open.
He likes
Yeah,
comfortable.
Oh, he would, like, freeze
65
everything to
degrees, right?
death.
60 degrees. Yeah.
Do you want me to move to your house? Pay me now. Tony, the weather guy.
Oh, you could be an AC repair guy and be like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
it's cold already.
I could travel to Antarctica and not have to worry about,
Melt the ice caps.
Yeah, yeah.
Just only it's only around
Hey,
where
nice
I am.
keychain, JJ.
Yeah, you like that opener,
Where'd you
buddy?
get it?
Yeah, I won this contest at the local in Coral Gables. I won a J. Wakefield raffle from some guy.
Whoa.
How about them apples?
More Wakefield, man.
So what's the next beer?
Beer Bros in Wakefield? Just kidding. And finally, we have one final Would You Rather. Would you rather receive $1 million or never need to sleep more than 5 minutes per day?
How much am I receiving again?
$1 million.
$1 million a day?
No. $1 million,
Period.
period. Or
Or-
you never have to sleep more than five minutes.
No, I'll do the milli. A milli.
Yeah, I'll take the $1 million as well.
Never have to sleep, but I can sleep more if I wanted to, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sure.
But, so then what happens at the end of 5 minutes?
You're refreshed. As if you slept 8 hours.
Well,
Yeah, so your body would be recharged, so you'd be healthy.
health does sound good.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do the 5 minute. You can be super productive and do shit.
Now I'll do the million because if I have $1 million right now, it's more than I have. So I'll take
I was
that.
going to say, you wouldn't be able to do much.
What? With $1 million?
No.
Yeah,
No.
man.
How much money do you think you would need before you could retire?
I'm not talking about retiring, but
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about like down payments. I'm talking about, debt free. I'm talking about like I'll be in a good place. I'll probably still be doing the same shit I'm doing now, but I would just have a whole lot less stress. I'm not like looking at it like this is
More
gonna-
money's more problems.
Nah, but but I'm not gonna have that money very long
Yeah, less
because I'm gonna
problems.
use it to solve some problems.
Exactly. I'm with him on that. I know that feeling. Yeah, a little bit of money can go a long way.
I don't know.
It's like I do want the $1 million, but I'm just trying to
Actually,
think,
in the long run, it's not going to make sense.
It's not
so.
superpowers. You're just talking about being well rested, which, yeah, most people aren't. But it's not, I don't know.
I mean, you could technically have one more job.
Think about the mattress you could buy with $1 million. Surely.
to just sleep.
And that brings us to our second beer of the night.
Yep. And that would be me. That would be the
Wait.
Schneider Weisse. Oh.
I would take the sleeping for 5 minutes because I could watch way more Netflix.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can stay up in game. More Battlefront 2.
There you go. Think of all the gamer points.
Yeah, exactly. They must be had. Anyway, so beer number 2 is the Schneider Weisse 110th anniversary edition of Aventivius.
Aventinus.
Aventitis.
Tinus.
Tinus.
Aventinius.
This is a wheat doppelbock coming
Is that Latin for something?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the expert in that.
What are you trying to say, JJ?
Then you're smart. I don't know that shit.
It's because I'm Latin American. Doesn't mean I can speak Latin.
So this comes in at 8.2%. So let me know what you guys think. The reason why I brought this, recently I went to a bottle share at Spanish Marie, which you can listen to our previous episode at Spanish Marie. It's a great episode. And I was talking to some friends there about some of the first craft beers, or, just not standard domestic, macro beers that kind of got us into this. And this is one of the very first ones that I ever brought to Tony when they opened up their first ever beer store that was close to us. There was a liquor store that had a beer section. So I brought this over to him, and I thought this was a fantastic beer. So let me know what you think.
It's great.
Oh, it says here you can cellar this for later enjoyment.
Yeah.
I love cellaring beer.
What's the ABV?
8.2. I haven't had it in a really long time. I still love it.
Yeah, you definitely get
And I will.
a lot of banana.
Very clovey.
Yeah.
I just wonder
and-
why they say that you can cellar it. I wonder how it tastes like after you cellar it for like a year or two.
Well, they probably say that you can cellar it because there's a lot of yeast in the bottle. So character will develop over time. What it turns into, who knows?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Indeed.
And I don't think it's
For science.
as dark as most doppelbocks, since it's a wheat doppelbock, but it's got that dark shade to it.
So the beer is named after Johannes Aventinus.
All right.
Was that what you were going to say, Tony?
I was about to say I put Aventinus in Google Translate from Latin to English, and a translation is Aventinus.
It is a proper noun, so it would be the same. He's a Bavarian historian, born in 1477, died in 1534. He wrote the Annals of Bavaria, a valuable record of the early history of Germany.
That's awesome.
Well, hey.
Well, thank you for the good beer.
Here's for keeping records. Or here's to that.
Yes.
I believe.
And
I believe the saying goes.
What
I
was
believe they
interesting
say Prost.
is that he remained Catholic during the Reformation while in communication with Martin Luther.
There you go. Stick to your guns, buddy.
wow, man. Nice.
And
Hey,
just goes to show that if you make good beer, you could talk to Martin Luther. This guy didn't make beer, though, right? The beer's just named after him?
It was named after him.
Ah.
He's a historian. He
Fuck
was
him then.
he was actually imprisoned in 1528 because he kept in communication with Martin Luther after he was excommunicated.
Whoa. Hold on a minute. He got excommunicated by the Catholic Church.
No. Martin Luther was.
Right.
Well, when you do that, you don't speak to anybody. That's
Uh-oh. That's
because
in the church.
that's not in
They
the
were
church.
still talking.
And he was imprisoned by that. And he
He was
got out.
imprisoned by his Catholic guilt.
His
Aren't we all?
his friends got him released, and evidently, according to his Wikipedia page, the remainder of his life was somewhat unsettled, and he died in Regensburg.
After years of doing the maze on little children's placemats at Outback over and over again.
hey, and big props to Schneider Weisse for 110 years. That's pretty fucking amazing.
So that means so that means they were operating in 1908 in Bavaria, and they continued to operate through the 1920s and 1930s and 1940s,
Damn.
and 50s and 60s, all the way through 2018. That's a long time.
Making good fucking beer.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
I mean, is there anything that went on in Europe during that time?
Well,
That's what I can think of.
The Black Plague, maybe?
in
The Black Plague was
1928, right?
1930s.
Oh, 1930. No, my bad.
Oh, he was thinking 1390s.
Yes, 1390.
Even then, I don't know about that.
Very good, Jose.
So you want to go first?
Oh, no, yeah, sure.
No, yeah, sure, yeah.
No, yeah, sure, yeah. So me and my buddy, Reyes, we started brewing again. Just happy to share that with you guys. You
have another friend named Reyes?
No. No, I meant you. No, so we started brewing again. I'm just happy that we got to start off that. We recently made a batch of our IPA. They hopefully will be done by next week if the bottling goes.
Maybe we'll have it on the show.
Maybe we'll have it on the show. I was going to say
we'll
that.
have it on the show.
Maybe we'll each make a beer with Jose.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Competition.
maybe we'll make videos of it.
Yes.
How about that?
Which you can find on our YouTube channel.
How about that?
So we're starting to just wanted to share quickly a few pointers on it. One thing that we did find out is that you don't want to overboil. You want to keep it at 212. So if you get a strong bubbling and it's starting to go over your pot, it's because you're heating you're heating the kettle too much.
JJ's always bubbly though.
Yeah, JJ heats his thing way high. I've seen him barbecue. It looks like there's a fire going on. Well, there is, but but a hellfire.
on fire.
But a literal hellfire out of the barbecue. Don't do that during brewing, please. So no, my turkey. No, I do have one of those.
Turkey butt?
The thing that you fry the turkeys in, the turkey fryer.
Yeah, it's we have a 7-gallon kettle that we use.
So and last time
For beer and turkey, evidently.
Well, it was
kettle
originally
IPA?
made for frying
washed
turkeys. It was originally for frying turkeys, but it has been
Repurposed.
converted. Yeah, repurposed.
Yeah. And the second interesting thing that we found out is that you can actually blow air back into your stuck mash by using the leftover gallons
Not that we
of water.
recommend this, but
But you can just stick the hose down the bottle like your empty gallon, and you can sort of play like a bagpipe, and that'll probably unstick all the stuck mash.
probably not. It didn't work for us. We did it.
It sort of worked.
How much
for
could
us.
you stuff in there?
10 pounds of grain. So we did 10 pounds of grain for this one.
And 7.5 gallons of water, approximately.
Yeah, 7.5 gallons of water for 3.5 gallons of beer.
And how much turkey?
No turkey, no turkey this time. But we can arrange something if you request it early enough.
All right.
Maybe you use some of that grain in the stuffing.
A turkey paleo.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Tony, follow that.
All right. So I've got what I think is going to be the last of my series on ruining superpowers. It's time for the theme song. Ruining superpowers. Tony ruins superpowers on the podcast. Okay.
Good job.
That is a superpower, by the way.
What, the theme song?
No, ruining
The podcast.
Okay, so one of the superpowers we often discuss on the show is stopping time. Have I done this one? No?
No.
No. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Please
ruin
don't
it.
stop.
So, we've discussed this on the Would You Rather portion of the show, right? We we all think it would be cool to, be like Zach Morris and Time Out, where you can go on and do your own things while the rest of the world is frozen in time, right? But many problems with this, as you would have guessed.
Tell us, Tony.
Yes. So first of all, nothing electronic would work while time is stopped.
Ever? Or just while time is stopped?
While time is stopped, because the way electronics work, the electrons have to travel, and that takes time.
Oh, and you can't see, I guess.
So basically, you've paused time, but you can't.
But what if you had like a force around you that kept things working?
That's not part of the power.
That's an additional superpower.
Well, if you stop time, you can't move either. Then
I would love to see you ruin the force field. How are you going to ruin the force field?
Challenge accepted. But for another episode.
I thought this was the last one.
Because the force field solves a lot of
Now
problems.
you ruined your own topic.
It solves the flash.
down
It
there,
solves
turkey.
stopping time.
And then the other problem with stopping time is whenever you stop time, everyone else has stopped, but time keeps moving for you. So you get older, but everyone else stays the same
younger.
age.
But what if you?
So
All right.
so again,
But what if you change space as they are one and the same combined? If you affect space time.
time is a flat circle. Speaking of Matthew McConaughey.
Carcosa.
Yeah. So basically, you're, a year has passed, but you fucking have aged like 2 years or 80
Who
years.
is stopping time for a year?
Well, whatever you're doing,
It's only like 15 minutes at a time.
it's gonna accumulate over time, and so your friends have aged a year, but you've aged 2 or 5 or whatever it is, and
They make new friends.
after a while, this is gonna be a problem.
But as you were saying, if the electrons stop, then you can't. The ray of light that's supposed to be hitting your retina, you can't really see
Those
it.
are photons.
Photons. There we go.
But photons are also made of, they have mass and thus must also travel, huh?
Yeah, that's also true. I didn't even consider that.
So maybe there's like a force field around you. Things are working. A force field that allows you to time travel because it is a superpower. And the actual stopping is not the superpower.
The superpower is I have a force field that solves all my problems. All right.
It's a supplementary power.
I'm just saying, look at Wolverine. He has claws. He has a healing factor. Yeah. It's two things.
Yeah. But he only got the claws
Because of the healing.
healing. His power is a healing
He had
factor.
bone
But
claws.
he has two powers, the two things.
Yeah, he had bone claws. Remember?
I mean, as
Look
much
at Beast.
Look.
He's super strong, and
Hot take. Wolverine's adamantium skeleton is tantamount to Stark's suit. It's not really a power.
No, but
Really a power.
Yeah.
but before he had the adamantium,
I'm with you.
he already had the bone like knuckles or whatever.
Oh no.
No,
Yes, he did.
yeah, he had one knuckles before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
Whoops.
Logan?
Even was that the one?
What?
No, it was the one where he's in Canada and like he's
Look at the one where they take the adamantium from him, and he still has his bone claws.
Interesting.
yeah.
So back to who?
And
he
so Iron Man's would actually be.
yeah. I'm talking about the one where he was a pit fighter or whatever, and then they found him.
Well, Iron Man would actually be his superpower would be his intelligence.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think that Wolverine's superpower is his healing factor. The
Whereas Hawkeye-
adamantium skeleton
Whereas
is
Hawkeye
tantamount to
would
a
actually
suit.
be. He's actually has not super strength, but he's stronger than an average man. The ability to pull back his bow. There are other people who can't do that.
Okay.
Come at me with superhero characters.
Okay.
Shit.
I mean, I think we're on the same page. You just your tone made it sound like we were.
You just need a force field. Of course. Doctor Strange has
Wait,
a
who
force
was that
field.
mutant, by the way, that could stop time?
I think it
Going
was.
back full circle.
I think it was X-Man.
X-Man.
X-Men. Yeah.
So it was like one of the summers. One of his kids.
It was Flashman from Mega Man 3.
Yes. Him too.
All right. So speaking of X-Men,
Capcom.
nice.
That was Mega Man 9.
Speaking of X-Men, what about Cyclops? He's got laser vision.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
No, it's not. He opens a portal Is that am I on your thing?
No.
And he channels energy from this other dimension through his eyes.
Is that really how it works?
Laser to me.
Yeah. No. And you're not talking to the mic.
It's an interdimensional laser.
So it's like he's channeling energy from from that dimension through his eyes. His eyes are actually kind of like a portal.
Well, regardless of what the source of the laser,
These are eyes.
the problem with this power is your eyeballs cannot focus on something perfectly. Everyone's eyes, if you try to look at something, like they'll involuntarily move around, like little microscopic movements. They're called microsaccades. And they're like little involuntary motions which can change your line of sight by up to a full degree.
Whoa.
So
that means a lot over long distances.
Exactly. So whatever you're trying to laser, you're going to blast shit that you don't mean to blast all around you.
There goes my cat.
Yeah. So that's the problem with laser vision.
Is that our sight isn't that accurate to begin with.
Exactly.
What if you have bad eyesight? Then how does that affect the laser vision?
If you have if you're nearsighted or
what if you have a lazy eye? Would I just laser off the top eyelid?
That would not be a good power for you then. It would be even worse than normal eyes. So anyway, all right, I'm going to have to come back to you on the force fields and the healing factor. Maybe that'll be next week's.
And that brings us to our third beer of the night.
If your healing factor is too good, you'll live long and all your loved ones will die before you. That's why you don't want a healing factor.
Like Wolverine.
Yeah, just like him. Yeah. It's a cautionary tale, really.
So the beer I brought was back from my trip when I went to the North Florida. It's from Apalachicola.
You mean Lower Alabama?
Lower Georgia, actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes. It's Apalachicola, which is actually also near Alabama, South Alabama. But sorry, I'm not good with geography, but it's right south of Tallahassee. It's near that area. As you know,
near North Dakota.
Yeah. No, as maybe I have mentioned this. I went over to my my wife's uncle's house. He actually works in Tallahassee and lives in Tallahassee, but he has a beach house in Mexico Beach, which is next to Apalachicola. It's pretty nice. He's a FSU grad for medical school, and he is now a podiatrist over there. So we get to spend time every summer, and I get to bring back beer from up there.
Does he get to look at your feet?
Does he have a collection of feet for you to look at?
No, but actually, a funny story. I did step on a rusty nail, and while he was gone, and I didn't get to.
He wasn't there,
and he wasn't fucking there, and I was like, "Fuck."
Where's the podiatrist when you need one?
So I had to actually, Sonny had to drive my ass to the clinic so I can get a
Tetanus shot?
A tetanus shot during my vacation.
How was that?
Painless, actually.
Oh, okay.
Does that affect your ability to drink? Can you not drink on a tetanus shot?
No, you can drink, or at least I did.
Were there any turkeys?
No, there were no turkeys. So this is the barrel snout stout. It's a stout aged in 8 months in whiskey barrels and blended with smooth cocoa, and some chocolate malts. So
Cool. How about opening it and pouring it out?
I just realized that.
Hey, let's say, can we have some?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a beautiful mocha head. Look at that.
From Bear L Snout Stout.
He's Kryptonian.
Hopefully it doesn't taste like foot.
No, it tastes like snout.
What kinds of appendages here on Bear Bros BS?
All sorts of bear parts. Just the bare necessities.
Oh, Lord. All right. Is there anything else you could tell us about this beer while it's being poured out?
They're kind of a new brewery over there. Actually, I believe they recently opened up in the past 3 years. So even places like Apalachicola, which is a small town, very good oysters, by the way. That's why the brewery is called Oyster City.
I would hope so.
they're well renowned for their oysters. Unfortunately, it wasn't in season, so we had to settle for the Louisiana oysters, which are pretty good too. They're so every vacation we end up there. Actually, they technically didn't have this on Crowler, but I asked them nice enough if I could have the Crowler, please. And
so you tell them you were on Beer Bros and BS?
Yes, I did.
Yes, we'll review it on the podcast.
Did you tell them that it's their home for craft beer, pop culture, and other BS?
Yes.
That was a very convincing.
Like,
did you tell them Beer Bros BS or kill yourself?
No.
Beer Bros, what?
So very important question.
I mean, I've gotten so much
you will
mail.
all understand
I've
soon
gotten so
enough.
much mail over that. Like, I don't know who this guy is.
What?
My doppelganger.
I haven't posted it yet.
Which makes it all the stranger.
All right, very important question. Do they say oysters or ersters?
Oyster.
Okay. People
Ersters.
need to know that.
Oysters.
Some people say ersters.
Oysters.
Some people also say Wisconsin.
Yeah. Some people do.
So, I guess
Only one person does. I think it's T-Pain.
so.
Well, you need to auto tune your voice if you're going to do that.
Actually, he's from Tallahassee too.
He is. Look at that.
Oh,
It's all come
yeah.
full circle.
What up?
That's what the T stands for. Tallahassee Pain.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I swear.
No, shit. I didn't know that. Never knew
wow.
that.
It's because it sucks to be from Tallahassee.
So, I don't know if you guys heard about that guy who stole a plane
Yes.
in Seattle.
Yep.
Please tell
Oh
us more.
man, what a great way to go out, huh?
Did you? They've released some of the things that were said between him and the controller
Uh-oh.
tower. Eventually, he said the man who stole the plane said he didn't need much help because, quote, "I've played some video games."
Wait, is this me?
So, his name is
Robert Paulson.
That's amazing. Well done, guys.
What year is this? Sorry, Dave.
Richard Russell.
Okay.
It was close.
His name was Richard Russell.
His name is Richard Russell. And so these are some of the things that have been said from that. And early in the flight, the controller apparently is giving him instructions while he flies the plane. His response was, "Yeah, that's all mumbo jumbo. I have no idea what that means. I don't know how to punch it in. I'm off autopilot." At one point, he wonders aloud whether the controller is trying to direct the plane towards jets. So the controller says, "No, I'm not taking you to any jets. I'm actually keeping you away from aircraft that are trying to land at SeaTac." His response, "Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to screw with that. I'm glad you're not screwing up everyone else's day on account of me."
Jesus Christ.
He had some anxiety about the Air Force base that's around there. Multiple times, the controller tried to persuade him to land at a nearby McCord Air Force Base. He said, "Oh man, those guys would rough me up if I tried landing there. I think I might mess up something there too. I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, they probably got anti-aircraft." Controller said, "No, they don't have any of that stuff. We're just trying to find a place for you to land safely." "Yeah, not quite ready to bring it down just yet, but holy smokes, I gotta stop looking at the fuel because it's going down quick." He talked about,
He at least I think that was at least a wise decision on his part to not land at the Air Force Base.
he said, try to give him some more instructions. He wonders about jail time. If you could, the controller says, "If you could you start a left-handed turn and we'll take you down to the southeast, please?" He responded by saying, "This is probably like jail time for life, huh? I mean, I would hope it is for a guy like me." "Well, we're not going to worry about that right now. Could you start making a left-hand turn, please?" As they were trying to relay more instructions, the controller said apparently a grounds crewman with Horizon, I guess. Right now he's flying around and just needs some help controlling his aircraft. He heard him say that and he said, "Nah, I mean, I don't need that much help. I played some video games before."
So it was JJ.
Yeah, that was me.
Played Afterburners in the arcade.
Fucking Ace Combat.
Star Fox.
He started talking about like he didn't want to hurt anybody. He said,
Well,
"Damn it,
Slippy.
people's lives are at stake here." Controller said, "No, don't say stuff like that." He goes, "No, I told you, I don't want to hurt no one. I just want you to whisper sweet nothings in my ear."
Cue
That's awesome.
Cue sexy sax man.
Okay.
Soon after that, the guy apologizes and says he's a broken guy with a few screws loose. He said, "I've got a lot of people that care about me, and it's going to disappoint them to hear that I did this. I would like to apologize to each and every one of them. Just a broken guy, got a few screws loose, I guess. Never really knew it until now."
He said the same thing twice like that?
Then he said, "Man, have you been to the Olympics? These guys are gorgeous. Holy smokes."
Where did he see that?
That's the mountain range over there. Controller said, "Yeah, I've been out there. It's always a nice drive." Then he said something that's not heard well in the recording. And then finally, he starts talking about wanting to do a barrel roll.
Yeah,
He does play video games.
I heard about this part.
He says, "Alrighty, hey, pilot guy, can this thing do a backflip, you think? I'm gonna land it, like in a safe kind of manner. I think I'm gonna try and do a barrel roll. And if that goes good, I'm just gonna go, nose down and call it a night." Controller says, "Well, before you do that, let's think about this. I've got another pilot coming in just a minute or two. We'll be able to give you advice on what to do." And there, 6 minutes later, controller asks Russell how much fuel he has left. He says, "Not enough, not enough to get by, like 760 pounds. Once again, he starts talking about a barrel roll. He says, "I'm going to do this barrel roll real quick." "Well, don't need to do that. If you could just turn to the right, and then I'll tell you where to stop turning, you can keep it level from there." 2 minutes go by. "I feel like I need to be, what do you think? Like 5,000 feet at least to be able to pull this barrel roll off?" Chatter goes off. Another pilot comes in. "Congratulations, you did that." They caught him doing the barrel roll.
He did the barrel roll?
Yeah.
He did. He
did it.
He did it successful.
And he said, "Now let's land that airplane safely and don't hurt anybody on the ground." Guy says, "Oh, all right. Damn it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I was kind of hoping that was going to be it, you know." A minute later, he mentioned engine trouble. He goes, "Not for long. I feel like one of my engines is going out." They said, "Oh, okay. If you just want to keep the plane right over the water, maybe keep the aircraft nice and low." And that was it.
He crashed into a non-residential area, right? He just it was like a forest. He just
I think they tried to send him out to sea.
yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear the ending of this. Did he die or?
Yeah, the guy's dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
And
he
the
crashed the
plane's a loss. Yeah, he wrecked it.
Oh man.
In spectacular fashion, I have to admit.
Oh man, I would have
props.
hoped that he would have survived after, doing a barrel
Props to that guy, bro. He wanted to die from the jump, and he did it his way, and he got a fucking sweet barrel roll out of it. So
Yeah, it's like what's the story? It was like Bill Burr was
Yeah, I was just
talking
thinking
about the
about
guy that jumped, fucking jumping out of the plane. He was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fucking jump out." He fucking jumps out, but he lives when he hits the water. When he jumps out of the plane, he was trying to kill himself. Like, fuck, that sucks. So if like that guy lived after crashing the plane, like it would been like miserable.
And you know what? And
Yeah.
he didn't fuck up anybody else's day, just like he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like he did it. He did exactly what he wanted to do. He just, he just fucked that company out of some money.
Assuming Air Force didn't shoot him down.
And
You think the Air Force? No, there's footage of him crashing. You think he got shot down?
That's a wink.
I don't know.
They can't tell on the podcast.
Right.
And for JJ's story, the guy who he jumped out of a helicopter, he was trying to kill himself, and he like jumped into the ocean, but he lived. There is a happy ending though. He died at the hospital.
Oh, good for him. I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, happy story, John.
JJ, why don't you give it a go?
Yeah, all right.
Happy spins only here.
Yeah, right. Well, Shark Week was not too long ago, and I didn't really get to talk about it this year. So, but I
TV
did
shows
wa-
about sharks?
So here we go.
No. But something a little bit different because it's been announced that Sharknado, the final one,
Is it this week?
yeah, it's this week. It's taking place, and it will be with dinosaurs.
Do you
and-
believe him? Do you believe it's the final one?
Yeah, I think this is it. I think they like.
Oh, so it's not like Mayweather or anything like that.
Yeah, no, they want to end it like everyone that's been doing doing the run, they're like, all right, this is it. This is a fitting ending for the silliness. So, we got dinosaurs. There's all kinds of robots and crazy shit going on in this one. So it made me think. I was like, man, there's a lot of fucking dumbass shark movies out there. Let me go down the list for you and let you know of the greatest B-movie shark movies that are out there. Maybe you've heard of some. So, of course, we've got
Jaws.
Featuring
Jaws.
Well, Jaws
2?
is a good. Jaws 4.
Jaws 3.
Jaws 4 is on this list. Jaws
All
of
Jaws?
Revenge. No, first Jaws is good. Anyway, so we got in 2011 we have Sand Sharks featuring Hulk Hogan's daughter Brooke Hogan.
Oh man, she was hot.
Yeah, so
Weird, looking like Hulk Hogan. Kind
Not real life.
of course we have Sharktopus. So it was half shark,
half pussy.
half giant octopus. So of course the shark can go on land and attack people, which there was many terrible CG moments in that.
But do octopi ever really go on land?
Sometimes
We can
but not-
see
not
them
really.
on land, but
No, they're always trying to get back in the water.
yeah.
And you don't really see them on land because they blend into their surroundings.
Hold on, so octopi, they how the fuck do they breathe? They don't have gills, do they? What do they do?
They have like
Yeah, they good. I think.
No, I know they got like a pump thing. They got like a pump thing going on to move the water, but do they have gills? They don't have gills.
no, octopus do not have gills.
No, they're just like squids. They don't need gills.
How are they breathing? How are they getting?
They don't
oxygen in
breathe.
they don't need oxygen in their blood.
Yeah, they must. They must take it in.
Well,
somehow.
No, but I guess they
you
just-
see them. It's like on the side of their head, but it's not.
But it's a pump. It's like a pump. They have like a
and
pump.
that like
It
circulates their system. Yeah,
octopuses, like
wouldn't
other
that be considered a
cephalopods,
gill?
breathe with gills.
Yeah.
So they do have gills.
So the little thing on the side is a gill.
Cephalopod. That's a beautiful name. You know what that means? It means head foot.
All right then.
Nice.
So and of course,
Well, that's kind of what
it all goes back.
They are right. It's a head on a bunch of feet.
It all goes back to feet.
And this comes from
podiatrist.
mollusks.at.
All right, thank you, Mollusk.
So,
I don't know what .at means.
wasn't there like Sharktopus versus something?
Of course, there was. It was Sharktopus versus Mega Croc. Jesus. Of course, and don't forget in 2012, what's scarier than a regular shark? A shark with two heads. Two-headed shark attack. Of course.
That does sound familiar.
Twice this.
And of course, don't forget the sequel. Three-headed shark attack.
No!
Followed by the sequel. Five-headed shark attack.
Wow, they switched
Wow,
straight
yeah,
from
they
three
just
to
Skip
five.
4. What the hell?
They figured,
They're like not a prime number.
Too predictable. Too predictable to go to 4. Let's go to 5.
We've thrown something
3,
totally
5.
unexpected at you.
and the cash in the fame of, the famous show, we have Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Jersey Shark.
Yep. So,
Jersey Shark.
Was this an episode?
no, this was a movie on Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi original, of course.
How many of these movies are sci-fi originals?
Probably most of them.
of the shit I'm reading to you is from that. And of course, recently released just this week for your
Meg.
viewing pleasure. No. The Meg is
It's not B-list? I feel like it's pretty
no.
B-list.
It's like it's trying to be serious.
It's got Jason Statham in it.
Yeah, like it's like a higher budget. It's like
I saw
Deep
it.
Blue Sea is not like Sharknado.
And it still has
I thought the Meg was Deep Blue Sea-ish.
no. That's what everyone thought, but they tried to make it scary.
Just
like
because
Jaws.
it's higher
Yeah.
budget doesn't mean it's not quality.
It's actually like I found it entertaining. I enjoyed
You
it.
liked the Meg?
Yeah,
Look at Halloween.
the part at the beach I wish was a little bit longer, but
I just felt like
it took too long. There was a lot of talking the first.
no, I
hour.
thought it was quick. It was just like, oh, we're done. And it's like, psych.
They gave away too much in the trailers, by the way.
They did. I agree.
So for your viewing pleasure this week on demand, we have Shark House. So it's like Jaws, but in a house. That's the tag on the thing. You're gonna need a bigger house. So yeah.
so it's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but with a shark.
yeah. There's a
Flopping
shark that
around.
lives inside the house.
Does it walk? Does it flop?
I have not seen
Wait,
it yet, so
wait,
I'll have to report back on that one.
Isn't there a ghost shark?
Hey, guess which one I was about to say? Ghost Shark.
Yes.
Sci-fi original in 2013.
That
It's
shit
coming
was
to hunt all the sailors that for finning. And of course, we have Shark Night 3D, which was in theaters. It was pretty terrible. It had a group of teenagers that went camping, your typical horror movie, and they were held captive by an evil madman that had a shack where he controlled scientific sharks with his remote controls.
Now, when you said Shaq, I thought you meant Shaquille O'Neal.
This would have been interesting.
That's the only thing we're missing now from these shark movies. And of course,
Hey,
last
let me
but
tell you
not
something,
least,
guys.
there's a whole bunch more and a bunch of
I love you
sequels.
guys.
You
Get the general.
I have to tell you, you missed a couple of Sharktopus movies.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you're going to this?
No, go ahead. You want to?
Yeah. So 2014 brought Sharktopus versus Terracuda. So
Yes.
like a pterodactyl / barracuda, evidently. And then, not to be outdone, 2015 saw the release of Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf.
How much money do they have?
Right.
Because there's got to be so much CGI that can't be cheap.
Yeah.
It's terrible CGI, though.
Would you actually like go out and of your way and want to put commercials for these films while they're running?
Why wouldn't you? These are obviously
Because
like,
nobody's
great
watching
pieces
these
of
terrible
cinema.
movies. Well,
What are you
apparently
talking
they
about?
are.
It's SeaWorld. They're like, see the movie, now see the creature.
Yeah. And my final one here, the Mega Shark series, also popular on Sci-Fi Channel, of course. My favorite one that I viewed on many a drunken 3 a.m. nights is Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, featuring one Steve Urkel.
You mean Jaleel
Yes.
White?
That's the man.
Yes,
Yep.
I've seen that one. I think it was playing on Wakefield, like TV at one point.
Oh, man. I remember one time at Wakefield, we were playing, was it Zombie Beavers?
Zombievers.
Zombievers!
I've actually seen that movie.
That movie's a lot of fun.
We actually watched that shit.
That was...
And Bill Burr
Yeah.
is actually in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he makes a cameo in the beginning of the film. Kicks off why the beavers turned into zombies.
Zombiever.
Yeah, it has a great song.
Zombie.
So yeah, there you go. So many selections for you if you want to watch terrible shark B movies.
Thank you. And that brings us to our fourth beer of the night.
The Samoa Titties.
You almost spit.
I got caught with the titty in my hand.
So what is it actually called, by the way?
It's actually
So
called
that'll be Tony.
Samoa This.
Oh.
It's from Southern Tier Brewing Company. It's from part of their Blackwater series. It's an imperial stout brewed with pink Himalayan sea salt, natural chocolate, coconut, and caramel flavors added.
Oh, delicious.
Makers of your favorite Christmas beer, Dave. 2 times Christmas.
Ooh,
It's pretty good.
this is actually really good.
Yeah, this is actually really, really good.
No, I have to admit, these are my favorite Girl Scout cookies.
Yes, me too. Yeah, this part of their Girl Scout. They have, I think, also the chocolate mint one. Don't they?
This is a really good
Yes,
job.
we have a few.
To be honest, the aroma does a really good job of capturing not only the caramel, coconut, and cocoa, but also the shortbread of the cookie.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. The fucking cookie part.
Yeah. It really
Dude, this is dead on. I could just sniff this beer all day. It's like,
And I love that they have it like in the small little bottles, the 12-ounce bottles.
Yeah, they used to give you bombers of it, and like, there's no way you could like drink all of
well,
it.
now it comes in 4
Yeah,
packs
you can.
now, right?
Yeah,
To be
You
honest,
could
it's,
drink all of it,
I
but
absolutely
it's just
could.
that when you're like, sometimes I just want to drink it just by myself. So I would prefer like for a meal.
You wouldn't want a bomber of this?
Not a bomber.
Yeah, it's definitely a dessert beer.
Yeah.
Like
No,
like
but-
most of the Southern Tiers.
I mean,
gonna
it
say, most
says
Southern
it
Tier
says
Most Southern Tier is
specifically.
it does say
amazing.
dessert beer series, right?
It says a dessert beer.
a dessert beer, yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, personally, I can only do so much of dessert beer. It's amazingly done, but it's
They're
like-
the ones who do the creme brulee, right?
yes,
Creme brulee.
Yeah.
creme brulee, and they do the.
They also have pumpkin. That's them. They're really good at these
Although, you know what?
top flavors.
The pumpkin I can
Very
actually
good.
do a whole bomber of.
I
Love
like-
pumpkin.
They have it's the chalk orange one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one's really good.
yeah, I think we had that on the podcast one time.
Yes.
Did we ever have any more of those chuckle fruit? Chuckle fruit, Samora, chuckle fruit.
We had we have had those, but that's not Southern Tier.
chuckle
That's,
fruit. That's Five Rabbits
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
out of
Yes, we did.
Chicago.
Chicago.
You know what this Samoa this reminds me of? In the Humpty Dance at the end, where he's like, "White people do the Humpty Hump, black people do the Humpty Hump, Samoans just out of nowhere." Like,
Just yell Samoan.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a
like,
Dan
They
moment.
can dance.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
what's the next group of people? Samoans.
Is,
Okay.
half Samoan, I believe.
Yes,
That is
that is
correct.
true. The Rock, the people's elbow.
The people's beer.
So, Alex, what topic you got?
Sir Alex.
I've been so I'm off I'm gonna be off the movie pass train by the time you probably hear this. So I'm back on the Netflix train and I'm watching Disenchantment. You guys seen this?
Oh yes, I
Not
wanted
yet,
to see
It's
this.
on the list.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes, I
like
wanted to-
The Simpsons.
Yes. So if you like Futurama, if Futurama tickled your fancy,
Oh yeah.
this is very much Futurama-ish, but
If they can be vulgar.
It's like fantasy
but
drama.
they can be vulgar. So it's very vulgar, much more than you would expect.
More than bite my shiny metal ass.
Much more.
You know what? It's just much more degenerate. Like the main character, Tia Beanie, Princess Tia Beanie, is the most degenerate. If you thought Homer Simpson was bad,
This is in 1990.
But
no, but I'm saying like,
But it's
Homer
more-
Simpson's what? He's
He's a family man who works a dead end job.
neglectful father.
He's there for his family, supports him in a 4-bedroom house.
Right,
Does things that he hates.
We don't
that
live
he
in that
hates.
America anymore.
Not the fact that the man is a hero that he went to space.
now divorced.
Did he really divorce Marge?
I think
When
so.
did
Yeah.
that happen? No, that didn't.
Yeah,
happen.
I think it was like a quick divorce and they got remarried.
Yeah, they got remarried in the same episode.
there's no way I could stay divorced from Marge.
I mean, pretty good.
But yeah, it's I enjoy the show. It's pretty good.
I like what Netflix is doing, like having like these more like funny adult jokes, like shows with cartoons. It's like Big
Absolutely.
Mouth. Big Mouth.
Oh
is
my god,
amazing.
that show is hilarious, right?
Yep.
With the little kids.
Yeah.
That
Me and
show
Sonia
is
binged that thing.
I say it's actually The League when they were younger.
I completely
Yeah, I think
agree.
you're onto something, given that it is Nick Kroll.
Yeah, and Rafi's in it.
And Raffi's on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of my thing, man. I'm just watching Disenchantment. That shit is mad good. Also been watching this shit that's it's fucking weird. Occult Crimes. It's about. So check this out. It's on Netflix. It's called Occult Crimes, and it's about satanic murders. It's literally just a bunch of satanic murders that happened in the U.S. Now this is where,
Something to fall asleep to.
yeah, definitely. You know, it's just something to watch with your loved ones. And what really blew my mind when I was watching this. Well, I mean, yeah, so the murders are pretty fucking outrageous. But a lot of the specialists on these cases that they're interviewing are foreign. They're French, they're German. So there are French and German specialists who are studying American murders. And it made me wonder, what is it? Do they not got any of their own murders to study?
Nobody's satanic over there, apparently.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just don't have enough murders.
By the
They
way,
have an excess of specialists, but not enough murders. So they study American murders.
yeah. And coming this Friday, I'm very excited. Bert Kreischer has a comedy special coming to Netflix. Secret Time.
True.
Dude's really funny. The Machine. Check him out.
Save it for your topic, JJ.
No, I'm just saying. Since it's on Netflix. Sorry.
Stop taking a bite out of his topic.
Metal Chef.
Yeah.
Metal Mouth Chef.
All right. Thanks, you turkeys.
So you're going to have to deal with a little bit of that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
going to be that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
all
going with the shark thing, you know, like
right. Okay. Bite.
Okay, we're back to that. Okay.
I thought you were going McGruff to the crime dog.
It's a
but-
callback. So like 10 minutes ago. Very good.
So you guys got to drink up because we still have one more.
Very well.
So fuck you.
oh god.
It's not like it has a high ABV or anything. Just kidding. I think it really does.
When you drink it fast, it
Yeah,
tastes like Malibu.
What does it have?
Yeah, it does.
It kind of does.
It's 10% ABV, this Samoa Tits.
Yeah.
Easy drinking.
Like I said,
Some old tits.
nothing too big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, it's fucking junior year all over again.
I agree.
What, chugging Malibu?
Is that what they did at
I
Berlin?
was like, you saw a lot of Samoa Tits?
Malibu, Malibu and pineapple juice. Hey girl, come try this. It's Malibu and pineapple juice. It's a fucking cheap pina colada. I don't know what I'm doing.
But my just tastes great now.
Yo, I must say this right now. This is like top 10 episode. I feel this is. This has been a stellar.
Jose's in rare
performance.
form, I have to say.
Yeah, this has been a stellar.
Jose sending it off. Oh,
Yeah, I can get some of that.
as boar.
Has an interesting
beer
color.
number 5 is.
Poor number forever.
If you listen to the podcast in reverse, you can hear us praise Satan.
Just like a Chicago record.
The Beatles weren't from Chicago.
The Beatles weren't, but the Beatles.
I know what you're referring to, right? Revolution 9 when you play it backwards, right?
I thought it was Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter.
Oh,
Manson's murder.
not Revolution 9.
Now where?
Well, that's what Manson
Maybe
listened
it's both of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
to. You stop pouring.
It just looks so pretty.
I was trying to get so you could see the white layers on the glass. So for the video.
and the little bit of brown from the stout on the top of your head.
And then if you tilt it at the right angle, the logos make a pentagram on the table.
The right light.
I mean, it is
All
an
right, well,
evil
I'm getting
kiss.
more since freaking JJ poured half the can into his.
Well, I could pour it into our glasses. Good lord.
So, Tony, go ahead and tell us about this beer.
All right, so this one is from Proof Brewing Company out of Tallahassee, Florida. A lot of Northern Florida beers this episode. Almost as if
How did that happen?
almost as if like one of the beer bros traveled to North Florida to get a bunch of beers.
Beer broette.
Can I get a little more of that?
I would like to thank Sonia for always taking me to Proof when we make our trip down through Tallahassee. It's funny enough because when I told my friend that from Jacksonville that is also an FSU alumni, he told me, "Oh, you're in Tallahassee. Welcome to the city of champions." And I was like, "Thanks, guys."
But it's true.
But it's true. It's true. Can't wait to play you guys this year.
What happened? Was it a video?
Come on, guys,
shout out
please
to
share.
the homie. Shout out to the homies at Proof, man. They're fucking killing
They're really
it.
good.
They got that Tallahassee scene on lock. Tell us about the beer, Tony.
Yeah.
Before I ramble on.
Okay, so this is Blue Raspberry Evil Kiss. Evil Kiss is the Berliner Weiss from Proof, and this is the Blue Raspberry version. It is a beautiful color. It's like a bright teal color, and it's 4.5% ABV.
Blue Raspberry Evil Kiss stole the show at the first Florida Tap Invitational last year, held at Proof Brewing. They're definitely the darlings of North Florida breweries right now. They're cranking out great volume. Their beer is actually distributed in South Florida. Some offerings. You can find cans of their stuff around town.
Where I found this was in Wakefest, actually.
Yes, they brought that down to Wakefest as well. Hopefully they'll be joining us again this February. And they'll be, while all the beer bros take pictures, it's picture time.
I'm just waiting for this guy to put his arms
It's
down so I can
amazing
take a picture.
Break out the blue beer, everybody takes a picture.
For real.
Just saying. Instagram.
Because this is going up on our actual Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a picture too, guys. I'm gonna do a picture right
Fucking
now.
head was in the way, goddamn
Share it
Alex.
on the social medias.
I mean,
Giant fucking head.
so yeah,
I'm a
it's
size
pretty
8 in
awesome that they
baseball
have like the brewery like almost right next to like the town and like
They're not too far
the
from Doak
university.
Campbell. Yeah.
They're very very close to Doak Campbell, so it's a great college life over
And
there.
they're dropping that Unconquered IPA that they do for college football season. Not unlike Chains IPA
Yeah, which
by
is
J. Wakefield Brewing, which
but
will be
technically it's kind of
available
ironic because this
Thursday, August 30th.
this is kind of
Come party with DJ Williams and Brett
It
Romm.
would be ironic if they
Turn of a chain.
won the ACC.
Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about Florida State doing that this year, do we?
Well, have you guys ever won the ACC?
The ACC, no.
No, okay.
Have you guys ever won more than 4 national championships? No, maybe more than 3? No, 3, right?
Well, if you guys, before you guys can win anymore, you got to win the ACC. But
So they say.
I'd like to
But
see.
let's see what the college football playoff.
maybe you
has
guys
to
can
say
get back
about
to the
that.
Big East.
Those were fun days. I
bet they
remember
were.
them fondly. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, beating up on Syracuse and West
Temple.
Virginia. It was a good time. Temple. Great time. Great time.
Yeah, those were good times because it was the Big East. Like, it was a big deal to win the Big East because it was a big.
And you had to face off against West Virginia and
Conference.
Virginia Tech.
No, well, Virginia Tech was in the Big East at that time?
No, wait, no. No,
They were?
I think so, yeah.
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 I mean, the ACC is just Atlantic Coast
Because-
Conference. There's nothing big about that.
Because Virginia Tech
Just most
came
of the
over.
U.S. population.
No,
It's on the Atlantic
it's not
coast.
it's not the big Atlantic.
Which I know it doesn't matter for the football, but for basketball, there was a lot of ACC teams that were pretty upset about this, like Maryland and NC State, because they used to play each other twice per year, and since all these new teams came over, they could only play
in
each other once.
2003.
The moral of the story is that national championships matter a whole lot more than conference championships.
I don't think anyone could argue with that.
And the University of Miami Hurricanes still have the most national championships of any Florida Division I college football team. Is that inaccurate? Did I say
No.
No.
good?
But for now.
And also,
But they don't have. What was the most recent one, though?
I'm sorry. If I recall correctly, the University of Miami also leads the head-to-head matchups with both the University of Florida and the Florida State Seaman Holes.
Barely.
Barely or not, it's still one ahead. And we're going to go for 2 ahead this year.
Well, hopefully. We haven't won against FSU at our house for like a long time.
Come on, Jose. Where's that?
Yeah,
Where's
come on.
that?
Where's the optimism?
Where's the
here?
swagger?
It's just careful optimism.
That's why I like Jose.
So anyway,
He's honest about it.
this blue raspberry is like really good. Yeah,
It
it reminds me of like the blue raspberry Airheads.
No, but I'm
Exactly what
back
I was
to the
gonna fucking
Hurricanes.
say, dude.
Back to almost the Hurricanes. I'm glad that they're like actually performing at what we're expecting to. Getting to the ACC championship.
There we go.
And then falling through.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a work in progress.
we're in the uphill.
moving
I
forward.
think FSU. I hope they can stabilize because I would hate to see a boring matchup against you guys every year.
It's not me. I'd like to see you
Yeah, it's
like
for the
whoop
sake
the
of the
shit out of
matchup.
it.
We wish you guys the best for the sake of the matchup.
Yeah, we want good TV.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good for both.
We want you guys to lose by 3 points again.
Actually, I think-
and again, and again.
honestly-
I hope you guys don't lose that
I don't know.
value. Because the day
You
that
guys,
happens.
you guys speak for yourselves. I would much rather see like UM win by like
34 to
35
nothing.
points. Yeah.
I think I feel more
Nah.
comfortable saying that I believe UF will win again before Miami does.
Ooh. Hot take.
Hot take. Hot take.
I think
Actually,
you're.
Listen, the days of Tim Tebow are over.
have you
I
guys
will
done
tell
a-
you this, I will
are
tell you
guys
this.
doing a
No,
college
they're not. They
football
still talk about his
college
ass.
football draft? Because I just saw that in Yahoo. You can do a college football draft.
I don't like to deal with college football. I feel bad betting on them.
Well, I don't. bet.
NCAA
I
is
just, I'm just
tantamount
doing
to-
it-
Man, I just do fantasy football league.
I just-
It's tantamount to indentured servitude.
I know, but I just do it for fun, and I'm like I have my own league, and I'll share it with you guys. But it's free; like you don't have to pay anything. I just wanted to.
That does remind me, we are doing a pick'em league where you can pick the winners of the NFL. They are getting paid. We will support the NFL, NCAA. They are getting away with a free minor league system. They are cheating out those kids out of money that they have earned.
That is true.
This is I feel like there's something a little. I feel like this is personal. I feel like you're taking this personal.
No, I'm not
I'm with
personal.
Dave.
But they have made an empire
Yeah.
off the backs of kids.
Even Billy
So
Billy Corbin has.
So what if
are-
we hold on? What if we get rid of scholarships? It's like, all right, fine. You can come and play at our school, but you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna pay for this tuition.
Sure, but they should also earn a percentage of what the school makes off of them, off those ticket sales. And I think at that
against scholarship being compensation.
it is a compensation, but it's hard to say that if you're playing at a public university, like in the state of Florida, where that scholarship may be $35,000 on the high end. UF, FSU.
Do they deserve?
You're gonna
better
tell me.
benefits?
You're gonna tell
Sure.
me that let's say they have a full team, 100 players. You're gonna tell me with no walk-ons that they wouldn't earn that money back.
They should have. They should have. They should have another. They should have another food hall, right? Like they shouldn't have to eat the same things.
No, but Billy Corbin actually touched on this, and it's true. Like the universities are actually making millions of dollars.
They do. So they don't eat the same food at the dining halls and the rest of the
Yeah,
students.
they do.
Well, sometimes in some cases,
Sometimes they do.
and sometimes
Not at
it's,
UM.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, UM they have the same ones.
I remember.
No, they don't. Trust me.
Well, maybe not now, but they used to have the same dining halls.
They get their own space and their own food.
I mean, there are certain meals that are prepared for you when you are on game day, or certain, things that are tantamount to your team. But I think you guys remember that. I think Jameis Winston got famously suspended for screaming "fucker in the pussy" when the
And
cameras
stealing
were on.
crab legs.
Yeah.
That's because he wasn't getting enough to eat, guys.
Exactly. And he wasn't getting compensation.
He forgot to pay for them. Jeez.
But he screamed, fucker in the pussy, fuck him in the pussy. And that's what he said. Well, because they kept bringing cameras into the dining hall.
Maybe he'll be president one day. Oh, hot take.
All right.
Still won a national championship.
Hey, there's no denying that James
Almost won
Winston
two.
was a great college quarterback.
He almost won 2 of them.
Never have I seen a more athletic guy look so pudgy.
Would you say he's done better in the NFL than Ken Dorsey?
I
would think so.
would say
Yes, I agree. He has swindled Tampa Bay out of more money than Ken Dorsey.
He's about
Better
to be
arm?
suspended
Ken
again.
Dorsey? Jameis Winston.
Look, nobody here is lauding
Better arm?
Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey or
Look, Ken Dorsey was a system quarterback, and
Or-
he had the best system,
or he had
the
best
NCAA
receiver.
had ever seen.
But I mean, Ken Dorsey's an old quarterback, like all the way back. I mean,
Look,
do you
Ken
want to
Dor-
mention
Look, Ken
Vinny
Dorsey was-
Testaverde? I mean,
Ken Dorsey was tall enough to see over Mount McKinney. That's really all it was. That's all it was. You just needed a tall guy that could see over that massive line, and the rest took care of itself. You had to throw the ball within a 15-yard radius of the fucking receiver, and they'd fucking come down with it and make a fucking touchdown.
Yeah. Oh.
Look, nobody. Look, Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey's not.
Thank you
great-
for what you did, but nobody is.
Oh, by the
Nobody
way,
is giving you
quarterback
Heisman.
quarterback coordinator at FIU. Whoop whoop.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Huh. Good luck, FIU.
Yeah, good for him.
That's funny.
Not surprising, considering who the coach is.
Yeah. And he was also, I guess, sort of coordinating also for the Browns at one point, and
That's what happens when you can't play.
that's true.
Those who cannot do teach.
Yes. That was my wife. She is currently teaching.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh shit.
I got a bag of jumbo sized marshmallows, dog. I was so happy. I got this, bro, the biggest marshmallows you've ever seen. So I'm over there in my room with scissors and a lighter toasting them, because that's how I do. So I'm over here toasting these marshmallows, and I got tired.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but with your hand, can you show me how big this mushroom was? I mean, this
The
marshmallow.
Honestly, they were big marshmallows, bro.
Okay, because I pictured like the size
Dude,
of
they're
bigger
the
than
size
head.
of almost your hand, dude.
I don't know, bro. They were big marshmallows.
And I love this like low rent campfire. You gotta go.
Right? Yeah, no. I got a lighter and some scissors.
So you
I'm
like
feeling like a
propane-
heroin addict out here.
You like propane with your marshmallows, I guess.
Butane.
Butane. There we go.
So whatever, bro. I'm out here toasting these marshmallows, trying to do my thing, bro. It takes too fucking long, so I got fed up with it. Got this box of cinnamon graham crackers. Very excited. So what I did was I took the fucking marshmallows and I laid it on a graham cracker and I threw it in the fucking microwave. Mind you, it has been years since I've microwaved a marshmallow. And I totally forgot.
Fuck.
They fucking get huge and fucking spill all over the place and make the biggest mess of fucking life. So I just want like an economical, convenient way to fucking toast my marshmallows.
Make s'mores.
Get smaller ones.
I'm not even making s'mores because I'm not going out and getting a Hershey's bar. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
like I just got some fucking marshmallows, some graham cracker, trying to do my thing.
I think
Buy
you just-
smaller
just
ones
get a
so when you
blowtorch,
microwave them.
Yeah, there you go.
They're
Burn down
manageable.
your house.
A blowtorch, you think?
Yeah.
I thought about that as well.
But you have to get you don't get the welding ones. You have to get the food grade ones.
Yeah, you know.
Please
those
don't get
kind.
the welding ones.
But disintegrates the marshmallow in his hand.
These marshmallows were too large to toast with a regular lighter, so I think a blowtorch would have been good. But Dave, you bring up a good point. Smaller marshmallows, that might work too. But then
might
there's
burn your
less
fingers holding
marshmallow.
the
you know,
marshmallow
so there's-
blade.
That's
But
why
then
he had
you
it on
warm
the
them up.
scissor.
You put them in the microwave, let them blow up, and then they should be about the same size.
Yeah, all right. True. Well,
If you have tips on how to make toasted marshmallows at home, tweet us.
At beerbrosbs.com.
Send them to nudes at beerbrosbs.com.
Yeah, cover yourself in marshmallow.
If you have naked photos of marshmallows, send them to nudes at beerbrosbs.com.
or marshmallows on your neck itself.
Yeah, whatever.
So, Jose, what burns your bacon?
Gutters fucking burn my bacon.
Okay, Tony, what burns
When
your
the
bacon? I'm joking. Go ahead.
when the fucking gutters stop actually working, and you realize that you have to clean them from time to time, and you don't, and they're fucking leaking everywhere. And then when you go to fix them, you beat them with like a hammer, and then you realize that you just fucked up the whole gutter. Yeah, that fucking burns my bacon.
Why would you beat them with a hammer?
Because
shit growing in them, Tony.
there's shit growing in it, and there was a pool of
Yeah, you-
water literally under the awning.
Yeah, but like you get above it and scrape it out or something. You don't fucking hit it with a hammer. What's that going to do?
It's gonna clear it out.
It's gonna. Okay.
But at least it's sort of working, except the minor leaks because I hit it with a hammer.
I saw Jose's gutters, bro. He had a bunch of chia pets, fucking cleaning that shit.
Chia.
Yeah, while we were brewing, we were like, "Wait, Reyes, we have to move the table."
That sounds like an awesome prank. So go buy some chia pets and just throw them in a bunch of
Start planting
gutters.
them in people's gutters.
yeah. Luckily, when I put up the ladder, I didn't hit the power cable.
Okay.
Which,
Well,
by the way,
if you had, just called Dan. He's a master electrician.
yeah, I should have called Dan.
For me, what burns my bacon is had some people came back on a flight, and of course, when I got on the plane, there was a couple of people sitting in my seat, and there were
There were a couple of people sitting in your seat.
there was two ladies, and for me, and my girlfriend, and they were sitting in my seat. There are 6 seats in a row, A, B, C, D, E, F, and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I think you're in my seat." He said, "Oh, really? What seat do you have?" A and B. I said, "What seats do you guys have?" "We have C and D." I said, "Well, it looks like you each have the aisle seats, and we're going to go inside." They looked at us. So what do you want us to do?
Oh, they didn't want to sit
They didn't-
separated. They
yeah.
wanted to sit together.
Like, oh, so what do you want to do? Do you want us to get up? Yeah, I think I'd rather sit next to my girlfriend than you. What do you think about that? And then he's like, well, we'd have to get up now. Like, bitch, you're right. You don't have to get up. That the flight hadn't even taken off. She had filled up the thing with garbage.
That's impressive.
They weren't even serving drinks. Where the fuck that came from?
They brought garbage on the plane.
They brought
It
snacks.
wasn't first class or anything. It was economy. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
So you sat down and
This,
open up a tuna sandwich or something.
This actually reminds me of an auxiliary burnt bacon that I have. A fucking lady parked. Or so check this out. I'm parked in Brickell. No, it wasn't Brickell City Center, but I was in Brickell. It was the Hampton Inn at Brickell. I'm parked in there, and this lady pulls up next to me. Whatever, she parks, and her fucking bitch ass of a mother. I'm assuming it's her mother. Maybe it was her mother-in-law. Who the fuck knows? So this bitch that's older than the other bitch that parked next to me, she opens her door and fucking hits my car. I'm sitting in the car. I look at her and she smiles. I'm sorry. And I was like, whatever, bro. I got to do my shit. I'm working. So she leaves. Man, I do my thing. I come back. The fucking door has a chip in it. This bitch fucking chipped my paint.
Chip for chip.
So that's what I planned on doing. My plan was like, all right, here I go. I'm going to fucking leave and I'm going to slam my fucking door into her door.
And be like, sorry.
But before I do this, I'm going to piss in front of my car. So while I'm pissing in front of my car, she shows up. So there goes my plan. So I was like, fuck, now I can't damage her car, but you know.
I can pee on her.
You should just invite her. Dave, do you want to look at this?
I demand satisfaction. So I said, hey, you're going to have to watch where you park
Were you like in mid piss when this happened?
Actually, no, I had just finished pissing. She actually, bro, this lady actually had the thing that starts her car up before she gets to it. So the car starts up while I'm pissing, and I'm like, oh fuck! I look at it, it's like there's nobody there. So I wrap up and I see as she gets there, and I'm like, hey, you got to watch where you park. And she goes, really? I think I'm parked pretty well in between the lines. And I go, yeah, come over here then. And she goes, oh, I'll be right there, sir. She takes her time doing whatever the fuck she has to do, putting her shit in the car. She comes over and she's clearly she is over the line. And she goes, oh yeah, I see that. And I go, yeah, well, you chipped the paint on my door. She's like, oh, so what do you want to do about it? I told her, I don't want to make a fuss. Just watch where you paint. I mean, watch where you park.
And watch where you paint. Stay all over the bitch.
Watch where you paint.
Wait, how old was she?
I don't know.
80.
I don't know, but I definitely missed an opportunity to extort her.
Yeah.
The views
Hey, can you give me your number?
The King of Alpha did not reflect that of Beer Bros BS.
Just watch where you park and give me $5.
I wanted to ask her for cash, but I was like, fuck it. No.
Cash, gas, or
Oh,
ass.
yeah, that's where I was going.
The Java Burger King coupon.
She won that Popeye.
Popeye coupon.
Hey, let's get over this, man. I have Popeyes in the car.
Pound and Briggle, dude.
Alex is turning red because it's true.
I want to take some chicken strips. Or just a chicken that strips.
Oh, love it.
JJ, what burns your bacon?
All right, I'm gonna go with simple food faux pas. We were just talking about getting a salad, Caesar salad. You know, it comes in a romaine heart. It's got that hard fucking stem part at the
Yeah, you
the
like
butt.
it. You like it hard.
No, I don't want that shit in my fucking salad when I order a salad. I want a full salad with
Where
all
do you
the
want
leaves.
it? Where do you want it, JJ?
I want that part in the fucking garbage because that's where it fucking goes in the earth. And so they can grow more lettuce. That shit sucks. You can't eat it. It's grass. It's crap.
They're
Where's my bacon?
They're called icebergs. They
No, that's a
provide
different type of lettuce.
those two.
I'm talking about romaine.
No, but icebergs, they provide no nutritional value. Fuck those lettuces too.
And fuck icebergs, sinking ships and everything.
Yeah, including those.
Where's my bacon?
Tony?
What burns my bacon is so I live in condominiums and there's communal.
Oh, you live in a couple of them.
Well, I live in one of many condominiums.
Well, he has multiple lives.
It's a complex.
It's complex.
It's a complex explanation. Anyway, in the condominiums where I live, there's communal laundry room.
Latex condoms. Boy, would I like to live in one of those.
There's communal laundry rooms, and what burns my bacon is when people are doing laundry and they fucking don't move their shit out of the machines in a timely fashion.
That is very upsetting.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other day I wanted to do laundry and the machine was in use. I'm like, okay, they got 15 minutes left. I'll come back in, 20 minutes. I come back in 20 minutes. They've still left their shit in there. They left it in there for like 45 minutes.
What do you do at that point?
I take it out and put it on top of the
take
fucking
it out.
thing. Yeah.
No, but you know what? I'm nice about it. I lay out a plastic garbage bag and I put it on top of the garbage bag.
In this instance, I just waited, but yeah, if I really need to get it done, I'll fucking take it out and like if they have their stuff in the dryer and they've left it in there, I'll like take it out and put it on top of the washing machine and put my stuff in the dryer.
And when you do that, please put a Beer Bros BS like business card inside the pocket.
You know what's better than that? Taking it to a laundromat and having them do it for you.
Yeah,
That's
but
expensive.
I can't be bothered.
It's not that expensive. You'd be surprised.
Laundry by the pound. I got some heavy clothes.
Switch up your laundromat.
Switch up my clothes. Maybe I'll wear less of it.
There you go.
Fig leaf.
Start wearing like wife beaters everywhere.
Fig leaf.
Which, talking about wife beaters, my wife just got me Lucky Brand.
What?
I don't know.
Speaking of wife beaters, my name is Jose.
Now we're Lucky Brand. Please sponsor us.
So let me ask you guys, what was your favorite beer of the night?
I'm gonna go with this Evil Kiss Blue Ras, shortly followed by Samo Tits.
I'm gonna go with Amber Waves because they pay me.
Yeah. I like the Kiss.
Yeah, the Kiss followed closely by the Samoa Tits.
I'm going to say Samoa Tits.
Yeah.
Kiss, followed by the Weisse.
Yeah, the Weisse is good too. Everything's good. I'm pleased.
So don't forget, follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeerRoseBS. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to find at BeerRoseBS. You can find us on Untapped as well.
Yeah.
Finally up to date.
Yep.
Good job, Jose.
Thank you.
Find out what we ranked all these beers.
At Beer Bros BS.
You can find everything on our website, beerrosebs.com. There's a few places you can subscribe to our show to listen to this podcast, which you're already listening to. But if you don't already, follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Blubrry, Overcast, Cody, uBook, Player FM, Podcast Addict, Microsoft Podcast App, Digital Podcast, Listen Notes, Podbean, Podcast Blaster, Radio Public, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Spotify.
Oh, Listen Notes is new?
No, it's the same fucking 21s that he always says every time.
No, but I mean,
SoundCloud, iTunes.
You might
Stitcher,
find one that you
TuneIn,
haven't listened to and you don't know about it.
Overcast.
Where
Cody,
do you listen to podcasts at, Jose?
uBook,
Podcast Addict.
Player FM, Podcast Addict, Microsoft Podcast App, Digital Podcast.
What about you, Tony? Where do you listen to podcasts?
Listen Notes,
I just use the
Podbean.
iTunes podcast app.
Podcast Blaster,
YouTube.
Radio Public, Google Play
How
Music,
about you, Reyes?
iHeartRadio.
I use the podcast app on my iPhone.
YouTube, and Spotify. Make sure that if you have anyone's phone that has any of those, to automatically follow us and subscribe them to the show
Yeah,
as well.
subscribe.
Take
That's
their
the
phones
key.
and subscribe us.
to it.
I've been doing that diligently. Don't let me borrow your phone. I will subscribe you.
And,
So-
if
You won't regret
if
it.
you would like, leave us a review on iTunes.
And
That helps out the podcast.
And tweet at us.
And we'll be eternally grateful.
Suggestions.
ask us stuff.
Yeah.
Send
What
us
beers?
nudes.
Tell us how we're wrong.
Send us nudes. We'd like all nudes.
Jose likes all news.
If you're still listening to us at this point,
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you.
And
Yes,
thank you
we,
for
we
listening.
love you. Mwah.
You're a mensch.
good night.
All right.
Good night.
Gross.
Special glasses.
Oh my God.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Cheers.
Beer bro. Beer bro.
Beer Bros.
And BS.
Yes.